Portland, Indiana. Day 2 before opening ceremonies. Says it all right there. That's a nice shot right there. Just look at that line of trucks right there. Man.
About say 130 and 73. So she's ready to go. Grab that flywheel, and you ain't got to pull it very hard.
Have you had it started up this morning?
No, sir. I was waiting on you.
First start?
First, you got the first pull. She's all oil greased up, ready to go. Yes, there was. 120, 72. She's ready to fire. No, back to go. Start her up.
Mike has been so kind to let me start this engine. Has the temperature up, and it's a really nice looking engine. Very nice.
Let me get back over here where I can get you in there. Yes, sir. You don't have to pull it very hard at all. It's not even like a flywheel engine.
This is the first time I ever started one of them. Just give it a pull.
Just give her a pull. There you go.
It don't get no better than that.
Easier than falling off a log.
It don't get no better than that.
They'll run with gas. This was the featured engine this year?
Yes, sir. Well, hot air engines and Canadian built engines.
And your YouTube channel is Oil Hole Up?
No, now it's Mike's engine.
Mike's Engine,
Yeah, I had to
YouTube.
change it.
Some real good videos, teach you something. Check them out.
I'm trying to keep the wind and blow my flame out. This is that packing I was telling you about. See where it's leaking right there? I gotta take that apart and get that packing.
Yeah. How long did it take you to get temperature up?
Roughly 15 minutes. Try to warm it up slowly.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Not just pour a bunch of heat to it.
Well, it's a good runner.
Get too much in there, they run too fast.
But how did they make the tools that they built the things with? You had to machine the machining tool.
Yes. They are pretty primitive, though. Cutting edge technology back in the day. And what, do you know about what year this would have been?
I do not. Haven't got that far yet.
With a pendulum governor.
And it's not the home.
Originally, it would have ran on coal.
Yes, sir. Come out of the engine come out of Kentucky, so coal fired.
And this is the first time you've ever ran it?
No, I ran it about 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I run it a couple. I had it 4 to 5 wheelers, and then I had it at North Florida Club Show.
Okay.
These things they're not very portable. They were never designed to be moved around a lot.
When the thing was new, when it was new, did they run it for an extended period of time? You know, did they start it up in the morning?
Let me show you.
Oh, I should read the instructions, shouldn't I?
This is the house it came out of. So it sat down here in the basement, and it ran 1 story, 2 stories to this attic. And in this attic was a big copper tank. And then the copper tank would pump from the basement 1, 2, 3 stories into a copper tank, and then gravity flow back down.
That's the house it actually came from.
Yes, sir. This is the dock. This is what I was saying the other day. Edwin Moore's, Williamsburg, Kentucky. The engine was installed in or on the grounds of a large home by Dr. William Moss, Williamsburg, Kentucky. And he was the founder of the Cumberland College, now the University of Cumberland. So here it appears that the Moss home had a 3rd floor attic where the tank would have been installed.
It's not very often that you get an engine equaling to your namesake. Bo got a Gade. Arco, nice running engine, nice car. That's some nice woodwork on this part right here. That woodwork. Yeah. Bo, you have a nice engine there.
Thank you, Mr. Kelly.
I probably should upload this video right here and tell Laura you're bringing home a new engine. That this is good enough to go in the guest room.